There is a single moment your cat has been waiting for since the day you brought them home. Not the moment you fill the bowl. Not the moment you open the door after a long day. Something quieter than that. Something so ordinary you have already done it 100 times this month without noticing, and your cat has cataloged every single one. What if the thing your cat has been rehearsing for their entire life is not a meal, not a game, not even affection in the way you have been taught to give it? What if it is a specific 90-second window that occurs in your home almost every day, and almost every owner walks straight through it without seeing what just happened? Researchers at the University of Lincoln and the University of Milan have been circling this question for over a decade. Christian Nagasawa's team in Japan looked at it from the oxytocin angle. Isabella Merola's group in Italy looked at it through social referencing. Different labs, different countries, different methods, and the data keeps pointing at the same uncomfortable truth. Your cat is not waiting for what you think they are waiting for. They are waiting for something you almost never give them on purpose. And the moment you understand what it is, you will not be able to unsee it. In the next few minutes, we will look at 7 very specific behaviors most owners see every day and never understand. We will talk about what your cat's tail is actually doing when you walk into a room. We will talk about the reason they stare at your face for exactly the length of time they stare at it. We will talk about the 60 seconds after you come home that most people waste. And the 7th behavior, the one at the end, is the one that will probably stay with you the longest, because it is the one you have almost certainly misread as indifference. 1. The slow blink you keep receiving and answering incorrectly. Your cat is across the room. You catch their eye. They look at you, and their eyelids drift closed, slowly, almost lazily, and then reopen. Most owners register this and move on. A team led by Karen McComb at the University of Sussex published work in scientific reports showing that this narrowing of the eyes is not sleepiness. It is not boredom. The data suggests it is a low-intensity affiliative signal, functionally similar to a smile in a species that cannot smile. What the researchers found more striking is that when the human returns the slow blink, cats are more likely to approach. Ride that again. Your cat is opening a channel. They are checking whether the channel is two-way. The next time you see your cat do this from across the room, you will know what you are actually watching. You are watching a nervous system extend an invitation. And most people, most days, do not answer. They just look away and reach for their phone. Let that sit for a moment. Because the second behavior is the one that quietly breaks people. 2. The tail question mark you keep mistaking for a mood. When your cat walks toward you and the tip of their tail curves into a small hook, that shape is not decoration. Behavioral ethologists studying feline body language, including work referenced in applied animal behavior science, have consistently classified the upright tail with a curled tip as one of the clearest positive social signals in the domestic cat's repertoire. Kittens raise it toward their mother. Adult cats raise it toward companions they trust. It is a species-specific greeting that domestic cats did not have to develop for us. They chose to. The reframe is this. Your cat has a limited vocabulary of trust signals, and they are spending one of them on you every single time you walk in. We will get to what happens in the 60 seconds after that greeting in a moment. But first, the third behavior, the one that tends to unsettle owners once they learn what it actually is. 3. The stare you have been misreading as demand. Your cat is sitting a few feet away, watching your face. Not your hands, not the food bag, your face. You assume they want something. Sometimes they do. But a study led by Isabella Merola at the University of Milan, published in Animal Cognition, tested something called social referencing in cats. The researchers introduced an ambiguous, potentially threatening object into a room and observed whether cats looked toward their owner's face for information about how to respond. The data suggests they do. The cats checked the human's expression, and their behavior toward the object shifted based on what they read there. Your cat is not staring at you because they want food. Your cat is staring at you because your face is a source of information about whether the world is safe right now. The owner's face was the reference point. The owner's face was the answer. You are, to your cat, a kind of weather report. And the next time you are having a hard day and you notice your cat watching you longer than usual, from a slightly further distance than usual, you will know what you are actually watching. You are watching a small animal trying to read the forecast. We will come back to that, because the fourth behavior is where the misunderstanding gets almost unbearable. 4. The head bump you keep receiving without returning. Your cat presses the top of their head or the side of their cheek into your hand, your shin, the corner of your laptop. Bunting. This is not just affection in the greeting card sense. Feline biologists have documented that cats deposit scent from glands concentrated around the cheeks, chin, and forehead, and that this scent-marking behavior is directed almost exclusively toward individuals and objects considered part of the cat's core social group. In free-ranging cat colonies studied by researchers including John Bradshaw at the University of Bristol, allarubbing is one of the primary ways group members reaffirm shared identity. Translation: when your cat bumps their head into you, they are not asking for a scratch. They are, in the language of their species, folding you into the group. They are saying you are one of them. And most owners answer by absent-mindedly patting the top of the head and going back to what they were doing. Imagine being told you are family and responding with a distracted nod. Let that sit for a moment. Because the fifth behavior changes everything. 5. The 60 seconds after you walk through the door. This is the window most owners do not realize is a window. You come home. Your cat appears. There may be a small vocalization, a leg rub, that tail question mark. Then, within about a minute, they wander off and appear to lose interest. Almost every owner interprets this the same way. My cat gave me a polite hello and then got on with their day. Work on cat-human attachment, including the study led by Kristen Vitale at Oregon State University published in Current Biology, adapted the secure base test that developmental researchers have used with human infants and dogs. The data suggests that a majority of cats show attachment patterns to their owners consistent with a secure base. That short reunion window is not indifference. It is the ritual. It is the entire ritual. It is the moment their nervous system confirms that the person who left is the same person who returned, that the group is intact, that the environment is safe again. If you walk in, put your bag down, and immediately look at your phone, you did not miss a small greeting. You missed the greeting. The rest of the evening is your cat operating with that check completed or not completed, depending on you. The next time you walk through your door, you will feel those 60 seconds pass differently. You will feel them as a threshold. And you will notice, for the first time, whether you actually crossed it or just walked past it. We are getting close to the moment your cat has actually been waiting for. But there are 2 more behaviors to walk through first, because without them, the last one will not land the way it should. 6. The soft chirp you keep hearing without answering, not the meow. The other one. The small, trilled sound, somewhere between a purr and a question, that your cat makes when you walk into the room or when they walk into yours. Ethologists studying feline vocalization have noted that the trill or chirrup appears to originate in mother-kitten communication. Queens use it to call kittens toward them. Kittens use it to acknowledge the call. Adult domestic cats, unlike most of their wild relatives, retain and redirect this vocalization toward the humans they live with. Read that carefully. Your adult cat is using a sound that, in the biology of their species, is primarily a call between a mother and her young. And they are aiming it at you. You do not have to trill back. But if you answer, even softly with your voice, the feedback loop closes. If you do not, it does not. Owners who talk to their cats regularly are often surprised to discover, once they pay attention, how much of the day is structured around these small vocal check-ins that they had been tuning out as background noise. The soft chirp was a question. The soft chirp was a question. And now we arrive at the 7th behavior, and the moment this entire script has been walking toward. 7. The stillness. Your cat is in the room with you. They are not on your lap. They are not asking for anything. They are simply present. On the other end of the couch, on the windowsill, curled in the chair 3 feet from yours, eyes half closed, breathing slow, doing, from the outside, absolutely nothing. This is the moment. This is the one they have been waiting for, because cats are not pack animals in the way dogs are. Their evolutionary lineage did not shape them for constant, coordinated activity with other members of a group. What the data on domestic cat social behavior suggests instead is that affiliation in this species is expressed largely through shared space, shared calm, and synchronized rest. Researchers observing free-ranging and household cats have consistently noted that co-resting with a chosen individual is one of the strongest indicators of a bonded social relationship. Not play, not grooming. Rest. Your cat did not evolve to celebrate you. Your cat evolved to be quietly, unremarkably near you. The one moment your cat has been for their whole life is not a moment they can request out loud, and it is not a moment you can schedule. It is the moment you finally stop moving. The moment you sit down without a task. The moment your breathing slows and your shoulders drop, and the room becomes the kind of room a small predator can lower their guard inside of. That is the moment your cat has been rehearsing for. Every slow blink, every tail curl, every stare into your face, every head bump, every 60-second reunion, every soft chirp has been part of a long, patient audition for this, for the version of you that is finally still enough to be near. And here is the part that tends to sit heaviest with owners once they hear it. Most of us give our cats almost everything. Food, warmth, medicine, toys, windows, beds. What we give them least of in the currency their nervous system actually reads is our stillness, undivided, unhurried, uninterrupted presence. Not affection performed at them, presence held near them. Your cat is not waiting for you to love them harder. Your cat is waiting for you to slow down enough for the love that is already there to register. The next time you come home, and your cat greets you, and then drifts to the other end of the couch and settles, and you feel that small pull to reach for your phone or open the laptop or start the next thing, remember this. They did not walk away from you. They walked to the spot they have chosen to wait in. They are waiting to see if you will land in the room with them. They have been waiting, in some form, since the day they moved in. You do not have to do anything dramatic. You do not have to hold them. You do not have to speak. You only have to be for a few unhurried minutes in the same quiet room at the same quiet speed. That is the moment. That has always been the moment. If this changed how you see the small animal in your home, that is why we made Whisker Enigma. Not to teach you tricks, not to sell you products. To slow the room down enough that the thing your cat has been trying to tell you for years finally has somewhere to land. If it did land, a quiet like, a quiet subscribe, and we will meet you in the next one. And the next time your cat settles 3 feet away from you and closes their eyes, you will know what you are actually watching. You are watching a small life exhale, because the person they have been waiting for finally arrived in the room.